Hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to Project Fev, Tarot, and more. I'm back again. I'm going to channel the love energy from Source for you guys for the month of May. Hi, Cross Watchers. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sharon, Intuitive Empath, and I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping as per usual. While I shuffle the deck, I'm going to be using the Gilded Tarot for starters, Renaissance Tarot for clarification, and then wherever the deck goes after that, Celtic Cross Spread. Energy is the name of the game when we're talking about feminine and masculine. In a linear sense, it is gender. In a multidimensional sense, when it comes to energy, it is considered fluid. So it's about experiencing masculine and feminine energies. Which of the one is the more masculine in the energy versus the feminine, or with the feminine energies? Because we have both. Okay, they're polar, and the energies can switch. So if you happen to be the female with the masculine energy, you're going to resonate more as the cross watcher versus the energy as the Pisces. Okay, so keep that in mind, that the roles might be flipped, or you might resonate with pieces back and forth as the cross watcher and as the Pisces person in the reading, okay? Messages sometimes do come through for the cross watchers dealing with Pisces. Sometimes there's advice, so stay tuned to the end of the video. You might get a little piece of information that could be helpful in the month of May, dealing with your Pisces. Or just dealing with yourself in general. Sometimes they're spiritually inclined messages too, you guys. We're always learning, right? If you want to and prefer a private personal reading, you're really just struggling with something and you want some additional guidance, you can reach out to me at ProjectFEVtarot@gmail.com. Further information is located in the description box below. For those of you that don't know, there's a little triangle, gray triangle here. If you tap on that, it opens the drop box, the description box below the video, and that has further details and information about what I'm talking about. Okay, sometimes there's links in there. If I cite something in the reading, as far as like a frequency or some type of healing modality or chakra information, sometimes you'll find that in the description box, in addition to information about how to reach out to me for a private reading. Okay, if any of those packages, those pre-existing packages, don't work for you, reach out to me, you guys, and we can chit-chat about what you're really looking for, and we can create something, okay, customize something for you. All right, Pisces, what you guys doing in the month of May? Okay, we've got in Vedic sidereal, we've got some planets in retrograde. We've got new moons and full moons for the month of May. A couple of new moons moving through. Big old long hair. So, what we doing, what we doing, what we doing? All right, Pisces, what's your energy? What's going on with you guys? Love. Ooh, oh, you guys had a tower. Did we do a reading for you guys? I'll have to look at it. You guys can reference the reading for April and find out when this tower was. It might have been in April, because you guys got the 5 of Pence on the table. You guys have 3 of Swords on the table. You guys are still in a cycle with the Devil energy. You guys haven't worked through this yet. Pisces, you're struggling. I want to say more accurately, oscillating back and forth. Oh, you're really embodying your symbol, aren't you? Kind of like recycling the same energies over and over and over again. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so let's dive into what that is and what it's all about. So we've got the King of Swords in reverse, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, and the 3 of Swords in the reverse. At the basis of the situation, what am I feeling for Pisces here? I feel like you guys are in no communication. That's what this is. and it's been left unresolved. So no closure. There's been no closure, particularly in real life. Like, this is an online relationship or whatever. I feel like whatever the Tower moment is that left to this situation, it's not done. The energies are still residual. Things are still carrying over. There's internal conflict going on because you have no choice but to direct all of this towards yourself. That's what all these cards in reverse are. 5 of Pentacles in the past position in reverse. Okay. I feel like what this is representing from the card is that you're trying to recover, but you're missing a key element here that's coming from the divine or divine timing. That's helping you work through the energy of the 5, which is a tough energy. 5 is a tough energy. Okay, so you guys are focused on your 10 of Pentacles. This is in the head space. This is what's going on in your brain. So your Ace of Pentacles is the influencing energy. This is where the energy is really at, but you guys are daydreaming. Okay, that's what I feel like this is you are trying to escape from the reality of what's going on right here. You're not checking in with yourself fully. Okay, I feel like that's what this energy is here too. You're kind of playing around a little bit, playing around with the energy, playing around with what this is. You've got a lot of things lingering in the headspace. It hasn't been discussed. There's no communication. The King of Swords is in reverse. Page of Swords in your emotional space. Okay, so what's in your emotions? Thoughts. And what's in your thoughts? Fantasy. So you guys are escaping from this. Internal conflict is how you're viewing the situation. So you're self-inflicting. We'll get clarification and elaborate on what that is. So what you hope is the outcome. Page of Cups in reverse. I really feel like what this means for you guys is you really hope that you can get out of this emotional space, out of feeling and out of whatever this emotional space is. So you're viewing this conflict that's stirring up emotions for you as a negative experience, or it's impacting your experience in what you're perceiving a negative way. What you want to happen, what you want the desired outcome to be is just a new beginning. You want a new inspired creative idea and endeavor, and it's not going to happen. I'm telling you guys, the Sun is in reverse for the energies for the month of May in the future outcome. Okay, so let's talk about the cross watcher or the partner over here. They made a swift getaway, and it was not fair the way that this happened. Justice in reverse, Chariot in the upright, and we've got the Devil with the 10 of Swords energy. Things got way too intense for this person, and they cut out. Like, they had no choice but to bail because they couldn't manage what was going on with them and what was going on with you and what was going on in the interaction in the relationship. They don't have the skills, you guys, and that's okay. Okay. The Devil energy sometimes spiritually is about the dark night of the soul. In a twin flame paradigm, this is somebody who's dealing with their illusional identity. And honestly, Pisces, I feel like you guys haven't worked through your illusions either in this reading, whoever I'm picking up the energy for. So a lot of this is you guys projecting your abstract ideas about relationships and how you want to define them onto each other with the expectation that the other person's going to meet those expectations and meet those standards. But in a real life love relationship paradigm, whatever you define your standards to be don't necessarily realistically reflect what the relationship can be. That comes down to your spiritual ascension process. That comes down to your level of awakening. That comes down to your relationship skills, your communication skills. Okay. And what I see here is the situation requires a king energy, someone to be very much in control of their tongue and how they function with it. And you guys are operating in the page energy. Okay. So this is a very immature energy of communication. So I feel like communication broke down to the point where there's none. Now there's none. And then there's no action There's, you know, you got the Knight of Wands. There's no action. You want action. Okay. I feel like you want action because your wands are here presenting themselves. You want this new beginning, but it's not coming for you realistically. Okay. It isn't. You are projecting. Okay. So for the actual energy of the situation to be at the Ace, and you are already projecting at the 10. Okay. So let's reel it in, Pisces. Let's reel it in because that's what you guys need to do. You've got some major arcana, which means divine timing is playing a role in this, and you guys aren't listening. Okay, so what can we do for Pisces here? 3 of Swords in reverse. We're going to clarify what this heartbreak is. Okay, I feel like some of you have an imaginary third party energy here. Okay, the Lover's card has come up at the basis of the situation. So at some point, you guys were in a pretty intense connection with each other. It was hot and heavy, very romantic, very idealistic also. Okay, the twins doesn't necessarily have to reflect realistically. When the Devil energy comes up, doesn't mean that you guys are viewing each other realistically. Ace of Wands in reverse. So while this might be what you want, it's not what's happening right now in the now. Okay, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, additional clarifier. For the 5 of Pentacles, we've got the 3 of Cups. Yeah, you know, if there wasn't cheating, you guys were accusing of cheating, or somebody thought there was cheating going on. We've got third-party energy written all over the table here, you guys. So did you believe that this person left you for someone else or started another relationship? Is that what you think is going on? Or what actually happened? Okay, and you guys got the Devil energy in your headspace with the 10 of Pentacles. All right, so you guys are not worked out of your illusionary identity either. So you're projecting onto your partner, mirroring back to them, thinking that it's them. They're the reason why this whole situation went to pot. Because they're, you know, working through the dark night of the soul is what you guys are thinking. But you're also projecting an illusionary energy that doesn't exist there. You're projecting to the 10, like you guys are further along in your actual connection, further along in your actual relationship. And the Ace of Pentacles is here to tell you, no, that's not reality. In reality, you guys are only at the very basic fundamental level of the relationship. Okay, basic fundamental level, if you've even created that, because the communication is non-existent at this point. So treating the relationship like it's marriage ready or marriage level ready, and it's not, is going to cause some of this intensity and some of this fallout. Okay, this other person isn't having the same experience that you're having in your head, and it's kind of projecting onto them and making them feel like, I don't know what the hell is going on here, okay? So we're going to talk about the Page of Swords in reverse. Get some clarifiers for the Page of Swords in reverse, please, Spirit. What is the communication factors are affecting the communication? Death. In the upright, Scorpionic energy. Okay, so you guys have air sign on the table, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I'm feeling more Gemini from the King of Swords, Page of Sword connection here. You guys have Pentacles on the table. I think that you wish it were more grounded and more stable, but it's not at this time. Okay, lots of air. Capricorn energy, although I don't think that's what the Devil's representing in the reading. And you've got Pisces. You guys are coming in as a pretty immature energy, and it just looks like this whole thing was really just blown out of proportion because there's a lack of experience on both sides, a lack of spiritual awareness of a twin flame paradigm and what it's about, or it's a lack of experience in relationships and communication. There's just page energy all over this reading. Okay, so you guys are trying to move forward, and instead you're kind of thinking it's the death of the connection or it's the death of the relationship. So for Pisces, 5 of Wands in reverse. What do we have to clarify that? Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, so there was no emotional expression. Okay, that's what this internal conflict is about. You guys don't want to share yourselves emotionally at this time. And I do believe that this stems from a lot of hurt. You guys have hurt each other. You guys have really hurt each other through this conflict. And you know what, Pisces, I think you're kind of imagining that you're experiencing more hurt than this person over here is because they might have been the one that cut out. But the cards are saying something different. You're not giving this person enough credit because the universe is at play here. We've got the Chariot and the Justice card for this person over here. So we'll get some clarifiers about what their experience is too. Page of Cups in reverse for Pisces in their desired outcome. You guys, I feel like this is saying you don't want to take initiative. You don't want to emotionally lead. You want to see this person step up and come forward towards you. Okay, from this place of no communication. Yeah. Okay, Lovers have come out again with the Ace of Coins in reverse. So you want this person to come forward to you. Okay? You want them to take and initiate action. And you want them to initiate the expression of emotion. So you want them to open the lines of communication first, come towards you and initiate. Okay? And they're not. Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay? You want whatever this third party energy is here to be off the table, done and over with. So clarify the Ace of Wands for Pisces. Ace of Wands for Pisces. In the answer position. Okay, we've got the 10 of Wands coming out for you guys. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, you guys want a new beginning. You're kind of jumping the gun. You guys are wanting Ace, and you're at the 10, which means you haven't completely cycled out and cycled through this and processed. Okay, so you guys are at, like, just do it already. Get there. Let's go. Okay, but you guys aren't there yet. The universe is working in divine timing, which is why the cycle of the sun, karmic cycles and destiny, is in the reverse position, the sun. Okay, sun in reverse. Please provide clarifiers for Pisces about the sun in reverse. In reverse, Spirit. Okay, you guys have not done the reflection that's necessary. Okay, this is the Hermit card. This is introspection, soul searching, going inside of yourself for the spiritual growth, and it's divinely inspired. Okay, so you guys are looking at the relationship in a linear sense from you to that person, from that person to you. And the relationship isn't linear. And it's not only linear, I should say. Okay, so there are some things that are going on here that have more to do with the bigger picture of things. And you guys are not viewing it that way. You're missing that piece of the puzzle. And it's causing you to behave inappropriately because you're not in surrender to that process. That's what this Hermit card in reverse is kind of indicating. So the Hermit in reverse, what energies and resistance points does Pisces need to really focus on? Okay, your lack of happiness. Okay, so I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So yeah, you're not on the right path, you guys. You missed it. You're not in alignment with yourself is what's coming through. Your true self. You're not in alignment. You're out of alignment. Okay, so let's bring more courage. Okay, there's a lack of courage here. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Confidence comes from the acknowledgement and awareness of your true self, stepping out in as your truth self, functioning from a place of your truth. You're misrepresenting yourself, or you did misrepresent yourself in this conversation that took place, which could have very well led to the Tower moment, which is probably why the Devil energy is here for both of you guys. Doubt is on the table. I release the need to know all the answers. You don't need to know everything about what's going on with your partner in order to walk in the energy of this, of your truth, okay? Change. You're resisting change. That's what the Hermit energy here is with the Sun in reverse. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Okay, so your stagnation, waiting on this other person to come forward, is exactly why you're struggling with yourself, okay? I'm not saying that the cards are saying you should be the one to initiate contact, but energetically from within yourself into the situation, there's a resistance point because you haven't released your feelings on the matter. You're waiting for that person to come back. And essentially, because you're closed off, that residual energy is going to re-permeate into that new communication because you have not resolved through it. So when this person comes forward, if they do take action, and the Chariot is here, okay, so there is some divine inspiration or movement from Spirit pushing this person to communicate or to move in the direction of union or communication at the very least, because the swords are here. Move into union, but what's going on with this person is energetically, they know that they could be walking into a trap, essentially. If they open communication, are you going to come at them with the residual experience of everything that happened in the past conversation because they cut out on you? Pisces, are you going to bring all of that anger into the new conversation? Probably. That's what the cards are saying. You haven't focused on change. You haven't had the courage to step out in your own happiness. You're not happy. You're out of alignment with yourself, and you're doubting whether or not this relationship is even really meant for you anymore. Except that you're not releasing the relationship and you're being indecisive, okay, is what I see going on here. Okay, so I really think the third party energy is 1 part this person, 2 parts you, because you can't make up your damn mind. Or remember, could be polarities, this deck, Moonology deck. Oh, partner, here we go. So what's going on with this person over here with the Devil energy? So Devil energy, yes. 10 of Swords with the Moonology. Why haven't they taken action is what's going to come through here. Why aren't they communicating? A lack of faith. Yeah, their doubt is the overall energy here. So there's a lack of faith. Okay, so what else, Spirit? Peace. They're searching for peace. They haven't found it. The 10 of Swords energy is a lack of peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Well, the Devil energy is there, which forgiveness. They have not forgiven themselves or forgiven you in the situation, or vice versa. Remember the overall energy with a partner when you're energetically connected. Forgiveness is something that they could be feeling that you could be projecting, or a lack thereof. So there's a lack of forgiveness in the situation between the two of you. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Perfect. Okay. So what can Pisces do? What can Pisces do? Relationship. That's the card that popped out for you guys. Like flew out of the deck. Did you see it? It was like, hello, me. Tag, I'm it. I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. Okay, this is the card of surrender. Surrender the relationship. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. Okay, So that's something you can do. Release the relationship, surrender the relationship. What else can Pisces do? What else can they focus on for the month of May? Okay, work through your despair. I need your divine intercession right now, oh great spirit. Lift this darkness from my soul. Well, there you go, the double energy. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. Didn't peace come out? Okay, so despair is an energy that's on the table. Any more cards here? Okay. What else can Pisces focus on? Or, sorry, Crosswatcher. Here's what you can focus on to work through this situation from your perspective and how you can be supportive to the Pisces in this situation. Okay. True love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner. Aww. This is the card of releasing codependency and enabling behaviors. But this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Ooh, double energy to work through that illusionist identity. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. Feel like for some of these, you guys didn't have a job. You weren't doing your part in the situation, and it put a lot of pressure on the Pisces. Okay, spaciousness and abundance. Oh, yeah. Here we go. You got to create space for abundance, you guys. I've talked about this concept before. You have to release what's filling the energy or filling that space before you can fill it with more, or it just gets clogged up. Spaciousness. What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Abundance. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan. That's the devil's energy all right there, okay? The devil's energy is about the illusion identity, the illusionary identity. I have to be. Well, who are you really? The relationship needs to. Does it really? You need to get down to your real solid, authentic core truth about love and relationships, Pisces, and Crosswatcher. You guys got to get nitty gritty with yourself. That's what the devil energy is still doing on the table. Some other people have already worked through this energy and you guys are still struggling with it. So create, release, forgive, create the space, and then change from that lack mentality to the attitude of gratitude. Change. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. Okay, so homework. Homework for Pisces. What do you guys need to focus on other than releasing that and working through the dental? Okay, yeah, okay. Supportive energies for Pisces. Okay, communication came out, and I feel like it's in reverse because you guys need to focus on not communicating, not just verbally or emotionally, but energetically. You guys need to start thinking of things in terms of taking responsibility for your energy. So let's see. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. Okay, so this is the evolved information about communication in relativity to the reading and what's happening in the energy of the partnership. Okay, you guys have been poor communicators. Poor communication. And it stems from you, which is why the communication card came out for you guys. I'm not blaming. There's no judgment, Pisces, okay? But if you want to improve your situation, you have to learn what the truth and reality of the situation is. Poor communication, okay? Either you're not doing it, you're being passive-aggressive about it, you're being blaming, you're being judgmental is coming up. You guys are just throwing a lot of stuff out there about this person and the way that they need to be for you. Okay, and it's causing an imbalance, which is why the Justice card in reverse came up for your partner or counterpart, okay? So the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So remember how we said you're out of alignment. Part of the communication is getting to your nitty-gritty truth, because the only thing that you really need to communicate is what your absolute truth is, and you need to walk and operate and function in the energy of your truth all the time in order to maintain peace, balance, stability, and happiness. Okay? So communication is the process of sharing information between a sender and a recipient. For humans, this usually takes place through the spoken and written words, gestures, behaviors, or touch, but it can also happen through the more subtle languages like chemistry and energetics. Okay, we were just talking about that. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation and synastry in the messages. Communication is at the core of all relations, whether interpersonal, between people, or the way in which our inner world and body talk to us. If you're not healthy inside, you can't expect healthy interactions externally. And I see that there's some unhealthy inner dialogue going on here, Pisces. While words have predominantly been the way humankind has communicated for most of its modern history, the new energy invites us, even requires us, to develop our abilities to receive, translate, and share the messages that arise from the depths of us. Introspective hermit energy in the reverse with the change card on top of it. You guys are resisting change and evolution here. You're resisting it by maintaining your illusionary identity and focusing linear in the relationship from you to this person. And it's not linear. It's not just you and this person. It is bigger picture. Most of these messages will emerge as feelings and intuitive thought. And we might find that the words we have been using for so long hold far more complex and subtle energies than we ever imagined. And that leads to realizing more expanded and subtle meanings as well. Okay? So I think you guys are having you're struggling a little bit through the emotional release of the release of the energies that are in you, that have been in you, and processing through all of the old residual stuff that needs to go. It needs to go. You need to ditch it, release it, purge it, let it go, feel it. Okay, some of you guys are resisting with this Page of Cups in reverse. You want the other person to take responsibility for your emotions. And no, Pisces, you need to take hold yourself accountable to that and release and purge for your own benefit. It doesn't matter what's going on with this person over here at all. You can do that without an apology. You can forgive without an apology. It'll help, actually. Okay, so 1-4-14. Try this. Take a moment to go inside and feel what your body is communicating to you. Is it happy? Is it sad? Is there any pain? There is great messaging in pain. Are you listening to that communication? How do you communicate with the outer world? Are you kind and wise with your words when you speak with others? Are you sending positive messages to yourself, your inner dialogue? The answer to that question, seemingly, according to this reading, is no, not really. And it could use some work. So that's your focus, you guys. That's your homework for the month of May. Focus on improving your communication skills with yourself first, and then by extension with your partner. Okay, so like there's one of these cards for the cross watcher counterpart. Okay, whoever this is over here, this energy. We're going to choose one of these activation cards here. Heart chakra. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Frequency, and it's a 4. Yep. You guys, Pisces, you're the 4 + 1, and this person over here is the 4. Heart chakra. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. So both of you are struggling to self-love, okay? Both of you are struggling with this. And that's exactly why you guys are having trouble in your interactions. This person over here cannot love you until they love themselves first, because they have to learn how to do it. And when you love yourself and you learn how to love yourself, you learn how to love. Okay, you don't learn how to love by loving other people as much as you do by loving yourself. It sets the tone, it sets the standard, it sets the energetic frequency between you and other people. So you attract people that don't take care of themselves, and by extension can't and won't take care of you. They want you to take care of them. And then you create an unhealthy codependency, and then what happens is one of you gets exhausted and expects the other to give, and they're not giving, and it creates another imbalance. And then before you know it, the whole relationship falls apart, out of balance, out of alignment. Okay? There's no truth in that. There's no truth in that. And Pisces, you may have to accept that there's very little truth to any kind of connection that you guys have with any long-term potential, given what's going on here. Okay? It might be prudent for you to focus on yourself mostly, firstly and foremost, before even considering, you know, receiving communication from this person over here, because communication seems to be a significant problem. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles that intersect at the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol, the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. The color green is associated with the fourth or heart chakra. It is linked to our capacity to love and feel compassion. Okay, this is also about accepting love. Okay, this applies to our ability to love one another as well as our ability to love ourselves. Try this. So, cross-watcher, Pisces partner, counterpart, someone that's involved in this situation. Here's your homework for the month of May. Take a deep breath and bring your awareness to your heart area. Okay, in here. Think about something or someone that makes you feel happy and loved. Take another deep breath and feel the smile on your face. Oh, I'm feeling like this person isn't even going to have someone to reference for that. Literally has no one to reference of when they felt the most loved. Wow. Not even a big brother or big sister at the Boys and Girls Club or something? Basketball coach? Something. Well, there you go. So we've uncovered the lid. I think that you guys, you need a lesson in love from someone who can show you what it is to be loved. So you guys need a role model of what love is. Can you find space even for those you did not think you had room for in your heart? Okay, Spirit, you can't leave this other person hanging like that. So what can they do first to find this? Can they do first? Because that's not enough. That kind of leaves this person, I feel like it leaves you, cross-watcher, in a state of like, well, I don't know how to create that. I don't know how to love. I don't know what that is. Miracle. 33. Okay. The frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as a part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Okay, so I feel like this is starting with a step of faith. When you don't have the resources, you don't have the tools, and you don't have the knowledge, sometimes you just got to take a step of faith, leap of faith, and reach out for that miracle. A miracle can be described as an extraordinary event or occurrence in our everyday reality that cannot be explained within our existing paradigm or belief system, and is therefore attributed to a higher or supernatural cause. Okay, so understand that you're being divinely led, and that's what's going on right now. So maybe seeking spiritual solace in not just a higher power, but just praying or asking that God sends you those people. Our belief in the possibility of miracles is closely connected to our belief in the divine itself. And with that belief, our trust in the unlimited possibilities the universe can provide In these changing times, in the new energy, multidimensionality is rapidly saturating almost all areas of our lives and being. There is much we don't understand and cannot explain within our current way of thinking. When we relax and accept that we are in an era of many mysteries yet to be revealed, we can start living our lives with the expectation that miracles and benevolent changes can happen in any moment. So try this. Do you believe in miracles? Have you experienced anything that was miraculous? What miracles do you want to happen in your life? There you go. Start manifesting. What are you doing to make them happen? Do you realize that life is full of miracles, including every child that is born, every breath we take, and every flower that blooms? Can you think of 5 miracles that you experience every day? If 5 is too much, think of 1. Start with 1. Start with a half. For God's sakes, just start somewhere. Yep. All right. I hope that resonated and I hope it helped. As always, thanks for tuning in. Like the video. It helps it circulate. Subscribe to the channel. That helps the channel circulate and it helps the messages get out there and to as many people as it can resonate with. And hopefully the advice will help everyone collectively ascend towards positive spiritual growth, you guys. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate that you guys are here. Thank you for participating. And namaste. Thanks for being here.